what up, y'all? This is Monday. You guys gonna get a late vlog, but y'all still gonna get y'all day 6. I think this is day 6. Sunday I didn't do nothing. Me and my husband lounged around. You heard him talking trash. I'm taking my hair down. My hair is coming back, y'all. Look, it's coming back. So it looks like I can just kind of clip like this down here and kind of continue to do it. Y'all, I got a long week, so I'm gonna have content for the rest of the week, and this video is probably not gonna be as long as my other videos, but yeah, my hair is coming back. I'm gonna deep condition today. You guys will probably get that video tomorrow, but I'm trying to keep up with day 6. It ain't much going on today. Well, it is. I got orders that I have to fill, and then I am currently looking for something other than real-time coach to continue my speeds. A lot of good things I heard from the MVRA conference the other day, so it was really interesting. But I got some videos coming out, y'all, and I think I'm about to get canceled. I think it's time. I think it's time for me to get canceled, because somehow, some way or another, I ended up, okay, so I'm about to explain, then y'all can see like the hair progression. So I was watching a couple of videos, and I don't know if any of y'all know about these internet beggars. They're TikTok beggars, right? Or the social media. They'll go on TikTok, they'll go on all types of stuff, and they'll be, come on y'all, Cash App, I'm trying to get this, come on y'all. And they would get mad when people don't send them the money. So I was like, I seen like videos about it, right? And I was like, nah, they lying. I seen them on YouTube, and I'm like, nah, they lying. This can't be real. This can't be real. So I went on TikTok to try to find the TikTok beggars. I typed in TikTok beggars. Child, I don't know how I ended up on Profit TikTok. Yes, I ended up on Profit TikTok, honey, and I'm gonna get canceled because and this is before everybody start doing their spiritual movements and changing, you know. It's no shade to the Christians out there, but even the Bible talks about false prophets, right? Baby, like I came across a couple of people who are live talking about God and Jesus and stuff like that. And I actually ran into one chick that was live. She wasn't asking for money. She was just speaking, and she was speaking some truth. She was speaking some real, like, you know, she was saying some real stuff. She didn't ask nobody for donations. But, and you know, and if she did, whatever. But to me, it's the way you do it, right? It was just so weird. This one particular person looked agitated when he was getting money, when he wasn't getting money, and he's like, who gonna sow the seed for $25? Who? Well, come on now, which one? And I was like, he wasn't even saying nothing, right? Like if you spit some real stuff and you say something that hits somebody's spirit, if you do that, if you say something that hits my soul, it hits my spirit, okay, fine. You can, you know what I'm saying? You hit the spirit, let me go and send you some coin. You feel me? If you say some real stuff, there's nothing wrong with sending somebody some coin for appreciation in their time or for something that really hits you, right? I'm not against that at all. But come on now, like, who go, and you not saying nothing. Like it's so weird to me. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to do a video of that. Let me know. And it was him and another guy was like, you know, you gotta join the so and so. If you don't join the so and so, I'm a little disappointed in y'all. You spend that much money on McDonald's. Like, why? We all been to church. Well, the majority of us have all been to church growing up as little kids, get smacked upside the head because you fall asleep and doing all this other stuff, right? It takes me back to like when people used to find out information about the pastor, the church, and stuff like that. It just takes me back to that. It just rubbed me the wrong way so bad. And then you had one chick on there talk about, so it don't matter how many times you sow the seed, you ain't gonna make me prophesy and do all that. It don't work like that. And it's like, what are you doing here? Yeah, because I don't do it for money. You can't buy me. But then in another breath, excited when somebody sent her some TikTok roses. You know what? I'm not about to play with y'all. I am not about to play with y'all today. I was just like, you know what? I told a whole lie. It's day 7. But anyway, regardless, that blew my wig back. If I had a wig on, it blew my wig back. Like, and then it was another guy. It was just so weird how they try to like either shame you or just do like these weird I felt like manipulated the whole time when I was watching. And then there was this white guy, right? Every time somebody sent him money, he was like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Y'all supported my dream. And he was fake crying. And it was just like, what? And these social media platforms, they prioritize others more than they do others. So shame on y'all, because you sure wasn't supporting the black prophets more than you whatever. Anyway, child, I just felt behooved. Now, like I said, there was one lady, well, actually 2 women, just, speaking and saying their truth and saying some real stuff. Nobody was sending them anything, but they kept, doing their thing. And they were saying some real stuff. But you don't go on social media and say, God is good. Who gonna sow the seed? Cash App right there for $25. Who gonna sow it? Come on, y'all. And just sit there, pause, kept looking at their phones. It was just so cringy to me. Am I in the Matrix? I'm gonna have to do that video. Now I'm gonna have to load the video. Because I'm gonna get canceled, because what the heck? Like, y'all, and I get it. Like I said, if you say something and it hits a person's heart, okay, cool. It hits a person's heart. But if you just asking people for money and you not doing nothing, like trading off nothing, like, it's so much going on in the Matrix. Anyway, I have orders to fill. I have to work on my speeds. I need to add more voice codes, and I'm going to show you guys a little bit of what I got going. Okay, you guys, so this is my Case Catalyst software. This is where I go to create a file to do transcripts. This is still in student. This is not a professional. When I start working professionally, I will purchase the professional. The reason why the file says spring 2024 is because this is when I made this file. And yeah, so we're gonna go and I am going to create a transcript. Today is 10/7/24. Okay, so now everything is loaded. You see it says Case Catalyst student version, because like I said, I'm not a professional yet. And then you'll see the mic at the bottom. You see my mic is picking up my voice. See that? This is the mic. And it's funny because it's saying the wrong mic, but I'm gonna put my face to it and show you guys what I'm doing. Now, it's not picking up really, really good. Well, it is actually picking up good, but my mouth is not on the mic. And trust me, this is not how you will be speaking if you're on here, but I just want you guys to know this is how, a bit of an idea of how voice writing starts. So, I'm going to turn my mic off for a second. Let me make a paragraph and then I will do the real-time coach to show you guys what I'm doing. Now they're acting like it don't want to work while I'm on the... You know what? Let me see something. Par. You know what? Wait a minute. Okay, now it's acting right. Okay, I was gonna say. So I'm gonna turn my mic off. And let me press enter. And we're gonna open up real-time coach. So I am in real-time coach right now. I'm going to do 200 words per minute because why not? I'm gonna do 200 words per minute jury charge. I like jury charge, honestly, I really do. Now I'm gonna do what we like to call raw. So whatever translates. Usually when you do the playback of the audio, you can change it. Like you edit it, you'll listen to the playback. So I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. I am going to dictate this for you guys, and let's see if it... I'm gonna rewind it. I have to turn the volume up. Let's go back to my case catalyst. Let's play.
Ready? Begin. This is jury charge test read at 200 words per minute. Members of the jury, the criminal code of this state says that whoever is concerned in the commission of a crime may be charged and convicted of that crime, even though he or she did not directly commit it. In this case, the prosecution says that while the defendant and another man were involved in an armed robbery of a gas station, the other man shot and killed the attendant. The state says that the defendant was concerned in the murder because he aided and abetted the person who did the shooting. Under the law of this state, one who aids and abets the commission of one crime is also guilty of the second crime if the second crime is a probable consequence of the first one. Before you may find him guilty of murder in the first degree, you must be convinced of 3 facts beyond a reasonable doubt. First, that he aided and abetted the crime of armed robbery. Second, that the killing took place. Third, that the killing was a likely result of the crime. You should first decide whether he aided and abetted the crime of armed robbery. Under the law, a person aids and abets the crime if he knows that another person is committing the crime or intends to commit the crime, and if he aids the person in that crime. You should next decide whether the crime of first-degree murder occurred during the robbery. To aid you in making that decision, I will now define the crime of murder for you. Murder, as I use that term in these instructions, is committed by one who causes the death of a person while committing an act of armed robbery. Before you may find the accused guilty of aiding and abetting murder, you must be satisfied that the state has proved the following 2 elements, and that it has done so beyond a reasonable doubt. First, that the other person did cause the death of the victim. Second, that the other person did cause the death of the victim while committing the offense of armed robbery. The first element requires that the relation of cause and effect did exist between the death of the victim and the act of the other person. Before you may find a relation of cause and effect, it must be that the other person's act was the main factor in causing the death. The second element requires that the other person did cause the death at the time he carried out the crime of armed robbery. One crime is a probable result of another crime if, in the light of good sense, it had an expected result, not a surprising one. The chances that one outcome would result from another one should be judged by the facts and details known to the defendant at the time the events occurred. If a prudent person in the defendant's situation would have known that the crime of murder was likely to result from the first offense, then you may find that the murder was a probable result of the armed robbery. If the state has shown you, beyond a reasonable doubt, that he aided and abetted the crime of armed robbery, and if you are convinced that the crime of murder was committed, and if you are satisfied that the murder was...
Okay, so these are my raw notes. Oh, my mic is still on. Hold on. All right, so sometimes when you say you have to continue training dragon, it's like a whole system with this. You got to go to school and learn. But you have to speak it out. And sometimes when you speak it, it may not translate what you tried to say, because there ain't no way I said Jamaican, okay? You have to go back and you have to look at the stuff. And then you have to, like this one right here, put off work. Let's see what I said. I'm going to play the audio.
Words per minute.
Per Mejka, the criminal code of this state says.
Okay, so when I say Mejka, members of the jury is supposed to pop up. None of that showed off. None of that showed. So let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Like even here, when I said, okay, so these are my, oh, my mic is still on. Hold on. See how I recorded that and none of the words match up to that? Sometimes that happens when you dictate, the correct words don't come out. So when that happens, you have to go back, speak a little clearer. I need to analyze my dragon and do all this other stuff with it, but you have to keep speaking until your notes, your accurate notes come out. Because what you don't want to do is say stuff and it don't translate the way it's supposed to translate. So you have to continue practicing it and training it. So I'm gonna give you an example. I said before, when I say Mej and Ka is my comma and Mej is members of the jury. That's a voice code that I created, so I wouldn't have to say members of the jury. It shortens the time. Voice codes are like briefs for steno writers. And I went to school for being a steno writer too. I am considering going back as well, because I feel like it would be good to have the best of both worlds. Like if I can't speak because I have a cold or my throat's sore or whatever, I can come in and I would either, and then if I get sick or my throat's not up to par, I can just bust out with one of these. This is a steno writer. I could go in with my steno writer and then I can write on the machine versus speaking in the mic. So I'm going to show y'all what I mean by when I say Mej, what's supposed to come out. Let me turn my mic on. So since it's not working, I turn the mic off and I go to my dragon, which is down here. Right click it, go to my vocabulary, open my vocabulary editor, and then I go to Mej, which is right here. And then I just train it. So I hit the train button and then do it. So basically that's how you do it with the voice writing machine. Now, what I was saying about the steno writer is, with the steno writer, let's say, for example, you know, you was playing with kids, or you was trying to fix your car, or you did something and you hurt your hands and you couldn't use your hands, or you broke your arm. If you break your arm or you get a fracture or something that happens to these puppies, yikes, right? So that's when you'll grab the voice mask and you start, you know, because they have, I'm not even going to bring it, but they have this thing where they can hold the mic for you, so you can just have your hands free. So I believe it's best to have the best of both worlds. You know, if you want to do it on the steno writer, do it on the steno writer. If you want to do it on the steno mask, do it on the steno mask. I just feel like it'll be good to have the best of both worlds. So I think my plan after I get my certifications, I am going to go back to school, probably part time or something like that, and go back for steno writing. In steno writing, I stopped at 80 words per minute. I still know how to read steno notes. I know Phoenix and I know steno ed theory. I believe they have another theory as well, but I don't think I know that one. But yeah, so that's my plans, and I really don't have anything going on today. I am gonna have that video about the TikTok profits, cause child. But not much going on today. This is day 7. I did get day 7 out, and you'll probably have a little bit more for day 8. I will holla at y'all later.